really necessary. Hello you, thanks for joining me. You are my virtual pillion today. We're going towards Hexham on the A69 at the moment, using the cruise control, which you can tell by looking at that. Today's plan, if it all holds together and my backside lasts, is to do the passes of the Lake District. Now, I can't remember the names of all of the ones I'm going to go over, but we're going to try and do as many as I possibly can in the few hours I've allocated myself to do it. I should have set off at about 9 o'clock this morning. I didn't. I messed about and basically acted like a slovenly pig, and I'm now out at about 12 o'clock, or just after. I've refueled, got a full tank of fuel. I'll probably need to fill up halfway around just to be sure, but hopefully we'll get these passes done around the Lake District, and hopefully the weather will hold. Lots of hope today. I am quite taken with this cruise control, to be brutally honest. I think it's a great idea on roads like this. Gives my right hand a rest. Any motorcyclist or fan of onanism will tell you that the right hand does need a rest now and again. It gets an awful lot of use. So it's nice to have. Well, to knock it off now though as we enter this roundabout. Going around? Yes, he is. There we are, resetting the cruise control back to an indicated 77 miles per hour, which on this bike is around about 68 miles an hour. The speedometer is so badly out, it's almost embarrassing. But it does mean that when I put videos on YouTube and I'm showing speeds of 77, 78, 80 mile an hour, people are thinking I'm going to be speeding, that's disgusting. He's advocating speeding on his channel. I'm not. It's just the speedometer is so wildly inaccurate. If I had the GPS on, if I had the sat-nav on, and it shows the little speed that it's doing according to the GPS reading, it would actually show you the real speed I'm doing, and that's how I know the difference between the two, because I've seen the speed on the sat-nav and compared it to the absolute lies on the speedometer, and there's about, at 77 miles per hour, there's about 8 mile an hour difference. I'm actually doing it, well, maybe it's even 9 miles an hour difference, because I genuinely don't think I'm touching 70. I think the GPS tells me I'm doing about 68, 69, which is great in some respects, because it means you're tanking along and you're having a really good time thinking, yeah, I'm really shifting here. But when you whistle past that speed camera, it's not so much of a risk of you getting a ticket, because it's not that accurate. I'm happy with it. Today we're going to see how long my bottom can last before I start to cry. So far it is, well, I haven't got the trip meter on, so let's get the trip meter on. 29.8 miles. miles, and I'm starting to feel it ever so slightly, a little bit of discomfort. I've even looked into putting a sheepskin cover on the seat to try and alleviate the pain somewhat, and I have gone out and bought a sheepskin, and I bought some elastic as well, and all I have to do now is cut the sheepskin, fit it to the seat and stitch the elasticated stuff, well, you know, the elastic I guess, stitch that on the sheepskin and then put it under the seat. And I'm hoping for big things. Everybody raves about sheepskin coverings on the seats. Whether it's actually a thing that works for me, we'll have to find out. I am tempted to go through the back end of Hexham towards Alston that way. I think I might actually do that rather than sticking on the 69, because it is rather a drag. There are average speed cameras all the way along the 69, starting from where it goes single lane carriageway about a quarter of a mile away actually. So I think we will take this route. We'll do Hexham West. Just about see the yellow cameras there. Let's do Hexham West, and then we can probably peg through to Alston that way on. Now I had promised myself, after listening to complaints from a friend who shall remain nameless, but a friend nonetheless, who encouraged me to start up this video channel and to do these videos, and therefore encouraged me to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on video equipment and all of the paraphernalia that goes with it. He said they're too long, they're too boring. I think, well, you're the guy that told me to do all this. Anyway, they're too long, they're too boring, he doesn't like them. And the frustrating thing is, I have to say, is you ask one person's opinion of the video. They say, oh, it's too long, it's too boring, I switched it off halfway through. You know, it's just bleh. And then you have others that go, oh, it's I really like the video, but there's not enough music in it. I like watching it, but there's not enough music. And you go, oh, for goodness sake, right, so you put music in. And then you have people go, oh, I don't like the music. I fast forward it or I switch it off when the music comes on. You think, for goodness sake, can I actually win? How do you please all of the people all of the time? It's said that it's not possible. Anyway, the feedback from my dear friend, who shall remain nameless, as I've said, Neil, is that they're too long. So I have to talk less. And some people say, oh, but I like to talk, and you talk about the things you pass by. Yeah, if I know a little bit about them, I might. I have to talk less, chop the videos down, which kind of bugs me a little bit, because I like the actual watching the footage of just the road passing by. For me, that's cathartic. I have to do that less and compress them a bit more, condense them a bit more, put more excitement into a shorter, or put the video, the essence of the video, into a shorter video. I don't know how you can do that. Itchy Boots, she's amazing, that girl who travels all over the world. I think she's a German lady called her channel's Itchy Boots, and she just rides this Yamaha all over the world. I would love to do what she does. She didn't give up her life, she changed her life after apparently quite a traumatic event. Decided she was going to sell everything, bought a motorcycle and just started travelling and blogging about her travels, and it kind of took off, which is amazing for her. Now I'm not pretending to be anything like that. I do envy her, but I don't think I'd cope very well travelling around the world at my age. But she manages to compress so much of her travels into like 20 minutes, half an hour. I think, how does she do that and continue to make it interesting? So I'm not ashamed to say that, as well as buying all this camera equipment and all the stuff that goes with it, I've also subscribed to her How to Make a Video channel, and I'm watching that, and hopefully I'll glean a lot of tips from that and improve my videos. So when you're watching them, you won't complain that they're too long and too boring and nothing ever happens in them. Well, nothing might ever happen in them because all I'm doing is riding a motorcycle around looking at stuff. So, you know, it's not like I'm doing bomb disposal or fixing the space station or something like that. But I'll try and improve them, I promise. There's all this stuff on here. What the dickens? Somebody spilled a load of toilet rolls. Oh my goodness. That's worth somebody picking those up, isn't it? Dear me. Somebody's going to have a problem this afternoon when their delivery is minus their toilet rolls. That's strange things you see on the road. Last time it was a dog clinging onto a sheep's leg. This time it's 24 toilet rolls cast across the road. Anyway, yeah, so making videos is harder than actually riding the bike and shooting the videos. All I do is sit on the motorcycle, point it at something, ride it, waffle on while I'm riding. It's when I get back home and I download all that footage, I have to make some kind of sense of it. Didn't want him pulling out on me. So, bear with me, okay? It's tough. I'm trying. How's the bum doing, Luggy? 42 miles in and I'm starting to feel already a little bit of pain. And this, bear in mind, is on a seat that I have adjusted with gel pad and memory foam. So can you imagine the pain I'd be in now if I was on the stock seat? Goodness gracious, doesn't bear thinking about, is it? We want Alston. Up on Alston Moor. And I didn't put those corners together very well at all. Nor this one. I don't know what it is about this bike. I can't seem to get a flow going on it. I just really can't. I don't know, is it my seating position? I keep blaming suspension, but I'm not so sure. It just doesn't seem to want to flow into corners. again, that one should have been nice, but nah. You know, just am I looking far enough through the corner? Am I? What is it? Me? Is it the bike? I mean, it has to be me. I'm the guy putting it all together at the end of the day, or not? I don't know. I've lost my mojo. Oh, you see what I mean? Tipped it in too hard there, nearly went into verge. For God's sake. Doesn't feel like the bike has any particular line through the corner. It's doing this all the time. So it must be me. What am I doing wrong? Very frustrating, I have to say. I'm quite disappointed. Show was on. We're leaving Alston now and we're heading up Hartside Pass. Well, we're heading up the one side of Hartside Pass. This side of the pass I actually like the best. It seems to be more technical and faster, although how I feel about it going up on this now is probably different to how I felt about attacking it on a Hayabusa. But no matter, we're here. Once we go up, now I'm going to get sick of waving the motorcycles. Once we go up Hartside, down the other side, which is the chocolate box side, the twisty side, I have to just stop at Melmerby, which is the little village at the bottom, and see where we're going on the sat-nav, because I'm starting to use the sat-nav after that. Don't want to hit him, so he's holding me line. Some guts in the middle of a corner, yeah. Right on the point where I would have entered that corner. I probably could have entered to the left of him, but no fancy about running over a rabbit corpse on the breaking point of a corner. We're just going to troll up here in top gear for the moment, I think. I used to come up here on the X-Up at an incredible rate of knots, likewise the Hayabusa. Now, too old, too slow, no reaction time, just trail up and enjoy the view rather than the actual road itself. was Hartside Cafe. It's now gone. I may or may not have mentioned in an earlier video that it burned down some years ago and was supposed to be rebuilt, and it, for the most part, never has been. But it's a mecca for motorcyclists. They come here from all over. They enjoy the road and they enjoy the view. There's a guy on the corner down here normally. Hartside Heroes. He has a website called Hartside Heroes. He takes a photograph of you as you go past and puts on his website. Well, of course. Him on the corner there. I quite rightfully gave him the LA buses salute. A few bends down here that tighten up on you. You've got to be careful. You run into them and then you go, I'm going to make it around there, then all of a sudden it really tightens up. I think this one coming up here with the big signs and everything is one of them. Yeah, that's one. The other one's down there. This is the other one. Oh, proper tight one, that one. Affording you lovely views into the edge of the Lake District there. Really nice. Like I say, it's a place for motorcyclists to come and too busy to nod and wave, focused on other things. Clear the cars for the next corners. That is. Yeah, I can't get this right. This cornering malarkey. This cornering malarkey that all you motorcyclists do. I'm not getting it right. It just feels weird. It doesn't feel like it used to feel. There's another killer bend down here as well. Drops off to the left, drops into a like little valley, and then hard right. Here we are. And this is the right. Really. And then hard left again, and then it opens up a little bit. Oh, there you go. Caught these fellas at the bottom. Of SVs by the look of it. Are they SVs with that stripy tail light? I can't tell. Not SVs, kind of the V-Stroms or something, aren't they? I can't remember. Yeah, he's struggling a bit. I think he's probably having less of a fun time than me. We might be able to clear them slightly further down. Question is, do we want to clear them if we're stopping at Melmerby at the bottom of this hill? It's a bit twattish to thrash past them and then pull up in front of him. Yeah, he's really not together at all, is he? I don't want to be feeling like I'm pressuring him, but he's not having a good time. I'm going to sit behind him and watch him actually, just to see how he takes his corners. It's very abrupt. Bike's coming up here. Will that freak him out? Yeah, he lifted halfway around the corner. Out to this white line for this left-hander. Still, it's not really for me to criticise his riding, although I will observe it. It's interesting to watch other people's styles. He's still out, enjoying himself on a Saturday afternoon on a motorcycle, so that is to absolutely be commended. I'm just going to sit here, maybe pull out a little bit, zap past them. Looks very bouncy, that one. Langwathby! Down into Langwathby, over the bridge. Too good to wave at me, BMW riders. They're a class above the rest of us, you know. Oh, now my American pals are like that. A Corvette. Very cool. 2 Corvettes. 3 Corvettes. 4 Corvettes. 5 Corvettes. Oh my goodness, look at that Stingray. Oh my goodness, I don't like that one or that one. That one's even posher, but I don't like it. I don't like that one. I like that one. Another BMW, see if he waves. No, he doesn't. There's another Corvette. And another Corvette. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm guessing it's some kind of Corvette meetup and run out. I can't for a second imagine in my stilted and tiny brain that is a coincidence, all those Corvette drivers being in the same place at the same time. I just can't see it happening. Now, do I do the rude thing and push down to the front? Here's another Corvette and an Aston Martin showing them how it's done. Good on you, Aston Martin. Let's hear it. Oh, lovely. Lots of Corvettes. Oh, and a Camaro. And a Porsche. Woohoo! And a Ford Cougar or whatever. I didn't think there was that many Corvettes in the UK. BMW riders behind us also impressed.